of the Aztecs' high arts was featherworking. Their skilled Amantega craftspeople, with generations of skill behind them, probably created hundreds of thousands of these stunning feathered pieces, from headdresses to shields and anything else that needed a touch of beauty. Once the city of Tenochtitlan fell in 1521, there would be no more purely indigenous Mexica art. Anything made after that point would bear the psychological influence or style of Europe. And from the beginning of the exploration of Mexico by the Spanish conquistadors, Aztec treasure was sent back to Spain. Most of that gold was melted down for the Spanish crown. Much of the rest of the gifts and items sent back to Europe were perishable or were simply lost to time. Some made it to royal collections and were passed down to museums. Next, we'll hear about 5 original Aztec featherworks that survive today, plus 2 others that were likely made after contact but are worth including. Number 1. The Green Quetzal Feather Headdress. Located at the Weltmuseum in Vienna, Austria, this is probably the most iconic piece of Aztec history in existence. This incredible green Quetzal feather headdress is majestic, even 500 years after its manufacture. It was made in 1515 using materials from across the empire, including hundreds of long green Quetzal feathers and thousands of gold buttons. Cortez took possession of it in Mexico during the conquest and quickly sent this piece back to Europe, possibly in the first shipment to Spain in July of 1519. Its next documented appearance is when it was catalogued in 1596 at the death of Ferdinand II, who had inherited what was once a gift from Hernan Cortez. It remained in the Habsburg family until 1880, when it made it into academic hands. Mexico has made attempts to have the headdress returned, but as of today, it resides at the Weltmuseum in Vienna, Austria. Number 2. The Ahuitzotl Shield. Also located at the Weltmuseum in Vienna, Austria, the Ahuitzotl shield is one of 4 shields, or chimali, to survive. It is made of reed, rawhide, feathers, gold, plant fiber yarn, and other materials. On the front of the shield is a blue monster outlined in gold. The name Ahuitzotl refers to a former king of the Aztecs, but there is no evidence this shield can be linked to him. This artifact enters the historical record in 1522 as a gift from Cortez to the Bishop of Palencia, Pedro Ruiz de la Mota. A later bishop, Pedro de la Gasca, gifted it to Ferdinand I in the 1550s. And from there, it entered the Habsburg dynasty collection and became part of the legendary Ambras collection, cultivated by Ferdinand II in Innsbruck, Austria. In 1880, it was handed over to the Imperial Museum of Natural History, along with the feather headdress, and in 1928, it ended up in the current location at the Weltmuseum in Vienna, Austria. Numbers 3 and 4. The Stuttgart Shields. This pair of shields is located in the Landesmuseum in Stuttgart, Germany. The 2 chimali made their way to Europe in the 16th century, landing in Stuttgart and the Württemberg dynasty. Both chimalis were first recorded in a royal parade in 1599 in Stuttgart. Fortunately, neither shield got too far from there, and both are now housed safely at the Landesmuseum. There are several documented shields that came into the possession of Hernan Cortez during the conquest. Cortez, in a letter to Charles V, writes he was given 24 golden shields with feathers. When the Spanish were housed in the palace of Axayacatl in Tenochtitlan, they stumbled upon the former king's treasure stash, amongst which were more shields. These shields were likely actual military shields, while the other 2 in this video were likely ceremonial. Each shield is made of more than 26,000 feathers. Number 5. Chimali de Chapultepec. This chimali is the only one of the 4 original shields to remain in its native Mexico, located at the Castillo de Chapultepec in Mexico City. This shield could easily have been alongside the others in Europe. The chimali arrived in Brussels in 1519 and remained in the Palace of Arms there until 1796, when it was transferred to Vienna. In one of those strange twists in Mexican history, it returned to Mexico in 1866 with Maximilian I, the aspiring emperor. Due to its fragile materials and many journeys, this shield is in bad state of repair. It is getting top-notch care from Mexican conservationists. The design on the intricate shield features 4 crescent moons and is made of feline pelt, possibly jaguar. as well as thousands of feathers, reed, and cotton. Number 6. The feather fan. This beautiful fan, richly colored with blue and red feathers, was probably made after the Spanish had destroyed Tenochtitlan. Its origins are unknown, but it was determined to be post-contact. While the timeline is one thing, the craftsmanship appears to be that of the Amanteca feather workers. Listed in 1596 at the death of Ferdinand II and described as a large wind maker, this fan is the third of the remaining featherworks at the Weltmuseum in Vienna, Austria. Number 7. The feather disc. Found in a monastery in a box used to hold a ritual chalice by Franciscan friars, it caused quite a stir when it turned up. This piece is considered post-contact, but done in the traditional style of the Aztec Amantecas. Academics estimate it to have been made around 1540. At some point, it made its way into the lining of the container, according to ethnohistorian Rafael Garcia Granados. The brightly colored blue and yellow feathered leather mat was acquired in the state of Hidalgo and officially published by Granados in 1939. Here you can see the original and a replica. The original is now housed at the Castillo de Chapultepec in Mexico City. Thank you for watching. The full 8-part series, Mexica, a history podcast, will be out in fall 2021. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll know. Thank you very much.